born in Peoria, Illinois in 1924. Barbara was born about 15, 16 months later. And then after that, Virginia was born 17 months later. And the Milton Check were the same, 17 months. And then Jim, he had to be born about a year and a half later. My favorite thing was sitting on the front porch. And I used to sit there and watch all the kids play because I had rheumatism and I couldn't play with them. So that's what I used to do. We moved to Spring Branch. I was about 15, I guess. And so that was more or less a happy time there because we were in a big long house that we rented from Miss Radcliffe and had lots of room.
Only a mile from where I was at.
Only a mile.
Born and raised.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was born in 1923, July the 8th. The last child of the family of 9. I was born on the Katy Freeway. Just a rambunctious kid. I was into everything and just a normal country kid. I went bird hunting and with a slingshot and do all them kind of things.
And I think I was about 12 years old and got my bicycle. And I was thrilled to death because I got this bicycle. It took 4 years to keep begging for it till my grandfather got it. And then I also, that Christmas, same Christmas that I got the bicycle, I got a doll, and on the back of her neck here was the name of Mary Ann. And I thought, boy, Santa Claus really knows me, because he gave me this doll with my name on it. And all it was a cloth doll, but had a hard head. And right on her neck was the name of Mary Ann.
My happiest time would be when I was just in my teens or younger, where I was, like I told you before, where I could get out and just hunt and fish and do all them kind of things and run the neighborhood. I did not like school. I did not like school, period. And but I guess I've learned enough to get by.
The Depression to me didn't even exist. I know that if we wanted to go any place or do anything, the show was a nickel. And sometimes we got to go and sometimes we didn't. And because Mom would say, well, I don't have that nickel for you to go. I've got to have it, because bread was 10 cents. She'd say, I have to have it for bread or whatever.
We had a fairly good time living, because we had a farm. We had chickens, hogs, cats, and everything else that you have on a farm. So we didn't really have a hard go of it like most people did. But I did see some people that really had a hard life. I saw a man and his 4 daughters walking down, wife and 4 daughters walking down the Katy Freeway, and it's just whatever they had on their back, that's what they had. And they went up the road about half a mile, and a man let them stay in his double garage. It's a terrible life, but well, I was going to be drafted, and so I decided that, well, I wanted to get into the Navy, so I went down and they took me, and so I spent 2 years in the Navy, 2 years on a Saipan. But I enjoyed the Navy. The Navy was good to me, and it was a great experience.
I went to work for the Chronicle during the World War II, and I worked there for 5 years, and I really, really liked it. So it was and everything was always extras, you know. You could hear the man calling extra, 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 and whenever we had extras, that meant extra work for everybody, and they
in the paper.
In the paper, you know, everybody had to have extra work. I guess I was 20 years old. My best friends, our best friends at that time were the Stockton girls. So I met Cecil. It was shortly after that we got married, and I was 21. And he was a good father. He's the father of all of, like Terry, Larry, and Jimmy. He was a geologist for Rogers and Ray Geology Company. And so what he did was they went all over the country finding oil wells. It was a job, but it was a happy job. We were happy. We're living with Mr. Michaels, and he was going up on his rent. And Cecil said, well, if we have to pay $45 to him, we might as well go down and buy a house and pay $45 for us, which we did. And we lived there, and that's where all the boys were born, on Zora Street. Oh, my kids. They were always, I was always happy with them. But when they were born, first, they were all three of them very good-looking babies. They were. Your dad's picture's in there. But no, they were very pretty babies. And Aunt Mamie got real mad because my babies were so pretty, and Nanny Faye's were the opposite. She said they looked like monkeys. But anyway, they never gave me an ounce of trouble as far as that goes. You're just a parent, and like I used to tell them, I'm your mother, and you respect me, and until you get married, that's all you're going to do is to think about me. You know, I'm your mother, and you have to do what I tell you.
And I can remember when her and Cecil came into the station with the three boys. They were all sitting back there in the back seat, and just little towheads. And and I would always give them some candy or something, and